So you know what's like interesting about your life force energy? Um when you actually take back your power and you don't depend on validation from other people, validation from outside, different women that you probably talk to or not. When you actually take back your power, it can do a lot of damage. Okay. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about like the power of like your attention, the power of no contact versus keeping in contact with the female. You can, and I'm not gonna lie, in order to do the no contact thing, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. A lot of dating coaches, they always say, like, it's very important, bro. Like, what I'm saying? You don't wanna be texting a girl too much. You don't wanna be calling her too much because, it gives off like needy type of energy, or it gives off the energy where it's just like, okay, like, what do you have going on within your life? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, number one, when you do, first of all, being on retention is very important. If you are constantly online, still struggling and still, going through like the apps and stuff like that, you're cheating yourself. You have to stop cheating yourself. Like, literally, it should be no type of like internet surfing when it comes to like provocative stuff. It should be nothing that should even enter your mind to even like view online. Because once you get into this energy of constantly feeding into that, women, again, even though we talk a lot of crap about them sometimes, from time to time, they be like, oh, modern day women, this and that, and all that. I don't care what type of woman you're dealing with. They all have this woman intuition, and they can sense masculinity. They can sense needy when somebody's needy, and they can also sense your energy when it's gone. Okay, so so number one, in order for the no contact rule to work, because again, what is no contact? Briefly, no contact is when like you decide to say like, okay, maybe a female has you in limbo. Like, maybe, you know what I'm saying, she keeps you in her rotation, as far as like she has a certain amount of guys that's going to make her feel good. There's gonna be guys who gives her money. There's gonna be guys who give her attention, give her free validation. Um, you never want to be in a situation like that when you're giving out free validation and she is like, quote unquote, like the center of your universe. You never want to make not one female the center of your universe. You feel me? To be honest, the only woman that should be the center of your universe, and that's not really even like, and it's conditions to that, is really like your mom or your sisters. You get what I'm saying? um but like when we talk about romantically, of course, again, you never want to like make a woman the center of your universe. That is like, the a great combination for you to get hurt and get left high and dry. Okay, so um let's say you did get caught up in the cycle where you text this girl, and maybe you talk to her all the time, and maybe she's not giving back the same type of energy that you're giving off. If you do the no contact, trust to believe she is going to know. Dare I say it, she might even completely lose all interest in you, and that's okay. Because when you're dealing with your life force energy and you're practicing retention, and now you're working out, you're eating healthy, and now you're posting like positive things about your life, or like, you're just on this positive type of vibe, um your energy is going to be hard to ignore, right? So what's going to happen is she's going to still be in your radar. She probably still might watch your stories. She still might, react this and that or whatnot. But I'm not going to hold you. Once you take a step back, once you stop watching her stories, once you stop texting her, and she's still watching your shit and she's reacting and you are not reacting, because I'm telling you right now, women, again, they know what time it is with the guy. They know when they're losing their grip on a guy, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? And to be totally honest, I actually was going through something similar, where I got caught up in basically like a soul tie, and I found myself still giving her free validation. It went from like a mutual friendship to like a mutual understanding that we had some type of feelings for each other. But of course, she was going through her situation. I'm going through my situation. So obviously, nothing can happen with that. But we still stayed in contact to the point where it's going over a year where we've been in contact, right? I started getting the short end of the stick. She wasn't messaging me back like how she used to. We weren't talking on the phone. Granted, like if I ain't gonna hold you, and this is why it's very important to just understand your life force energy and also understand that like the red pill, the no contact, the ignoring the women and all that. It works to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, this is not high school. If you are thinking about somebody, if you're dreaming about somebody, if you feel like you want to reach out to them, go ahead and do that. But when it becomes like overly obsessive, or when it becomes like a thing where it's like, okay, you're texting them and they're not texting you back, or like you're calling them and they're ignoring you and shit, then obviously abort mission. So with that being said, right, I basically did no contact with this particular individual. I had a lot of feelings for her. I ain't gonna hold you, I did. But then, so what ended up happening was she noticed me stepping back. She noticed that I wasn't texting. There was no like at the end of the, because sometimes like even at the end of the week, like I won't even text her throughout the week. Like I text at the end of the week, hey, hope you enjoy your time at church or some bullshit. You feel me? And mind you too, there's a difference between reaching out and texting somebody just to get a reaction and reaching out and texting somebody because you actually care. Granted, even if you do care, sometimes again you may not get the nice part of the stick. So you have to be careful as to how how you're putting out your energy, right? So I started doing this again. I started doing the no contact. I took a step back, and I noticed that like when you say less, it seems like you start to live in a female's mind longer. When you give her time to miss you, this is what I'm saying. Like, just in general, when you give people time to miss you, bro, like it's gonna like your energy value will actually go up. You feel me? When somebody's constantly in your face all the time, if a female's constantly texting you, if a female's constantly at your door type shit, you're gonna get tired of her. Dare I say it? The attraction level might even drop a little bit because you have too much access of this young lady. So what I ended up doing, I did the no contact. Everything was working with that, and then I got to the point where I got out of the cycle of like beginning of the week, end of the week. How is she doing? Like it just became second nature to me to just like live my life. You feel me? Live my life. I ended up actually meeting other women, and by the way, too, when you do this, and again, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that like you should do this as like an experiment. Granted, like I'm a content creator, so like from time to time, if I hear something online, and they talk about like no contact or whatever the case may be, from time to time, I want to see shit if the shit do work. You feel me? Just to like see what's good and like relay the message to some of y'all. No contact and not hitting a female up and giving them space, bro, it does work, but only to an extent. You don't want to do it so long to the point where like she actually completely loses interest within you, and then now like when you're ready to talk to her, now she's giving you the cold shoulder, because that's exactly what's gonna happen, right? So it's almost like if you have a connection with the female, she's gonna know when you're playing games. Okay, she's gonna know when you're playing games versus like when it's like, okay, you're actually on your shit, you're doing what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? The best thing that you can do, let's say let's say again you did a no contact, it worked. Now she's like more likely to reach out to you type shit, and now maybe like you're not as engaging it anymore. She's gonna peep that, and now she's gonna try to replace you. Now if you say like what, you're doing no contact just to say like maybe like a month or two later I'm gonna double back, I'm telling you right now, bruh, it's gonna be a rude awakening when you try to go back. And you don't want to do this with somebody that you actually genuinely care about, per se, and I know I sound like I'm kind of contradicting myself, but like I'm letting you guys know I, I've watched a lot of red pill videos. I did no contact rule, and it's always ebbs and flows to like how you do certain things. Um, Anything past 3 weeks type shit, trust and believe she's already on to the next one. Especially if she lives like in a city where like she can easily meet people. You feel me? So if you do decide to double back, be sincere. Be First of all, be sincere and honest with yourself. Number two, get ready to either be rejected or to be ignored. And when that happens, okay, again, because you didn't set your whole life around her and like because she's not the center of your universe, if she ignores you, if she gives you the cold shoulder, so fucking what? That just simply means that she really wasn't really into you like that. You feel me? A female can have you in their life and they could just keep you like, you know what I'm saying, just hoping and wishing type shit, right? And she may not even want to be with you. But the main reason why she even still wants you in her life is because of your life force energy. Okay? I repeat, your life force energy. Your The attention that you give, the words that you may say. You feel me? Sometimes women will use guys as just ego boosts. Okay? So we have to understand like number 1, do you want to be that source? Do you want to be some like mind you, she's doing this shit to 5, 6 other guys, right? Number 2, okay, cool. If she's this type of person, this is the type of person that you need to stay away with. That you need to just stay away from, period. Again, if a female is playing around with your energy and she's like being like beating behind the bush and being petty as hell, bruh, don't even play those games. Because once you try to do no contact with someone like that, then she's gonna beat you at your own game. Okay? Women know how to do this shit very, very well. Now, here's a way how you can get around this shit. Okay? Because no matter what, I don't care what nobody say, you always can get around this shit. Words from a wise man back in the day. What did he say? Girls are like buses. Miss one, next 15, one coming. What does that mean? The whole time you've been focusing on yourself, because again, no contact is not only about just not messaging your chick or not paying them no mind and then you just sitting down not doing shit. Like no contact literally is like you putting all the energy within your life, you putting back literally putting back all the attention within your life, bettering yourself, working out, eating healthy. Those are the main two things. Working out, eating healthy. Do that for like 3 months. I'm in the first month of like my health fitness, trying to get my guns back and shit. Like I don't even know if they did or not, but I'm trying to get them back. When you consistently do this and work on yourself, you will inadvertently attract other women. Okay? Like you would inadvertently attract other women when you don't post as much and when you give time, when you give people a chance to miss you. Again, some of the females that you're not even paying attention to, and I'm speaking from like a social media standpoint, some of the females that you're not even paying attention to, bro, you're gonna get their attention for some reason. Like I'm telling you, it's like, put it like this, bro. And this is I don't know. Like, let me know in the comment section if this ever happened to y'all, right? Because I'm pretty sure this has. But for some reason, when you get a girlfriend or when you have a specific female that you're talking to, just one, for some reason, all of a sudden females from different walks of life come out the woodworks. Like, damn, you want to be faithful to this young lady, but now all of a sudden this one is noticing you. This one is hitting you up. This one is liking your story. This one's watching your story, right? So this is how you let energy work for you. Number one, when you take a step back from all the like, whether all the females you was dealing with or whatnot, or let's just say you're single right now and you take a step back just from paying attention to what's going on. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get into like this state where it's like women are gonna notice like your absence, right? And when you are focused on yourself, this is how you know someone is pulling on your energy as well. Because there's been plenty of times with this particular chick. This is the reason why I had to do no contact in the first place. Because every time when I felt myself, I say, you know what, I'm gonna stop paying attention to her. I'm not gonna text her no more. I'm not gonna call her no more. Every time when I decide to say that, she does little subtle things to pull me back into into her world. She might like a story of mine. She might comment on my story. You feel me? She might post provocative certain things. Post like a picture of her smiling or a picture of her in a nice suit or whatnot or whatever. You feel me? And it's like subtle shit, dog. This is how you know someone is like pulling on your energy. They're like, wait, hold on, wait, pay attention to me. Come here, pay attention to me. All right, now that you paying attention to me, all right, cool. And they just like have you sitting in the waiting in the waiting area. You feel me? Hoping and guessing. You're gonna be hoping and guessing and wondering like, damn, what's going on? So I got tired of being pulled. You feel me? I got tired of my energy being pulled on, and that's why I did the no contact. You feel me? Now fast forward to like a month and some change. I matured. You get what I'm saying? I also don't and then speak of like one of them. But like fast forward to now, I've matured and I also understand like, okay, when I did the no contact, I understood that like she eventually knew that I peeped what she was doing. And women don't like to lose in a game, or they don't like to lose they don't like to lose games, and they don't like to get called out for what they're doing, because a woman will never admit to like trying to keep a guy within her life just by simply doing little small subtle shit. You feel me? They're never gonna admit to that. And besides too, they have a lot of shit going on as well, especially if they are like fairly attractive. So fast forward to after going through the no contact, after like realizing, I'm like, all right, cool. Because low key, when you do this shit, you're still kind of giving that individual female power and stuff, because now every time you go on Instagram or Facebook, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna look at her story. I'm not gonna look at her story. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. You're giving her more power. Now, let's say she's mirroring your actions and she's also doing a no contact. She hasn't unfollowed you, she hasn't blocked you or anything, but she still has you as a friend. Guess what? The same way how you obsess over not looking at her story and shit, she's actually doing the same thing. I promise you, bro. I promise you, bro. You feel me? And this is what happens. Like, if you don't understand the push pull of attraction, and if you don't understand like your own life force energy, and if you are just willingly giving out free validation, you'll never peep the game and you'll always be played with. People will always use you for your life force energy, and you will be stuck having nothing. So this is why it's very important. Even if you're gonna do no contact, or like if you feel like a female is playing, then yes, you have to go into that mode of like just completely ignoring her completely. Now, after a month, if she's still around and now you're showing interest, so you're probably like looking at her story or whatnot. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't over obsess it, and also just have something else going on. And also, again, if you if you are connected with one female and now you are learning how should I do it? How should I say this? When you're connected with one female and you're learning how like the master of attraction, you are actually attracting other women. Throughout that whole month of like no contact or whatever, it's this other it's somebody else essentially from my past that I don't know, inadvertently, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of click now. You feel me? And I wasn't even really looking for anything per se, but you would just be very surprised at who really be watching you, who really be paying attention to you when you take a step back and when you just allow your absence to speak. This is gonna expose like who really fucks with you, who really who's into your energy, who's not into your energy. You get what I'm saying? So I was able to learn that, um, and that was probably like one of like the, I guess like major lessons that I was going through, um, because again, trying to break a soul tie in today's day and age, it's tough, it's hard, because you got social media, you got different social media platforms, and 9 times out of 10, if you have a soul tie with somebody, you probably follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the all the you know what I'm saying accounts and shit. You feel me? So now I'm at this point where I'm like, okay, I've matured, um, and I also understand like, okay, cool. Me and her, we had like a thing. Again, she's not gonna admit to this shit. Okay, she won't. Most of the time, they won't because I don't know. Women don't like to admit to shit. But essentially, we had a thing, and she was kind of, you know, opening up to me. But also, you also have to understand that women go through a lot of emotions, and it's a lot of niggas be hollering at them too, bro. It's a lot of niggas that's doing shit, hollering. You feel me? They got baby daddy, all type of shit. You feel me? So never overthink something just because, like, you know, you reach out to somebody and they don't give you back that same energy. Fuck it, leave them where they stay, bro. Trust and believe. Leave them where they stay, bro. Because no matter where you go, no matter what you do, as long as you are retaining your energy or at least controlling your seed, meaning like not like releasing all the fucking time essentially, you will be able to peep the game. The game essentially, there's an invisible game that's being played. You talk about your aura. You talk about if you watched my video, I think I dropped. I mean, I dropped a video today, but like 2 days ago when I dropped the video, I was talking about like how we need to be aware of like different energies and spirits and stuff that's around us. I actually still have to make a video about like the time when I went for a walk and I actually walked past this cemetery. I gotta tell you the two experiences that I had with this cemetery experience. But basically, I downloaded something on my phone that could detect spirits and shit. I put it up towards the graveyard where I was at, and I was mind blown, bro. I was completely mind blown. Like the stuff that it picked up was crazy. Like you'd be surprised at how many people are in the cemetery and they actually been unalived. You feel me? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Different story for a different day. But back to what I was saying. This energy we cannot see with our eyes. The life force energy, the energy of like our attention, it's invisible, but it's very strong. When somebody views your story, like half the time you be like, man, who the hell is this? If you don't know who they are, like who is this other viewer? Even the other viewer in your shit, they hold some type of energy. It's like, man, who the fuck watching my shit, nigga? Who like is this the FBI? You know what I'm saying? It do hit different though when the other viewer is watching your shit constantly and you don't even know who the fuck this is. You know what I'm saying? So this is how like you have to understand the value of your energy, bro. Just because, you know, um you may not see things happening or manifesting right before your eyes doesn't mean like stuff it ain't happening. Stuff is happening. You go for walks like right after this video. Probably I'm gonna go for a walk. Hopefully it doesn't rain and stuff. But like I know how important it is. Even like at nighttime, you know what I'm saying. I'd rather really actually walk during the day, but today it was just extremely hot. I wasn't gonna walk in the sun today, but I'll get my sun tomorrow. But walking, exercising, and just focusing, reshifting your mind completely will give you the magnetism. It'll give you the magnetic pull. And now you're gonna start to see like if you was to do no contact and then let's say you say, you know what, whatever, it is what it is. And I'm talking to like two, three other new females. You reaching out to whoever in the past, it won't even matter whether or not like they give you back that same energy or not. Half the time you probably not even gonna want to fuck with them because again, it's all about reciprocating the right type of energy. Don't let nobody play with your energy, bro. Even on a subtle scale. The fact that you can realize that, okay, a female might be playing with you, like, you know what I'm saying, she mess with you, but then again, you're not sure. Again, she just wants you in her rotation. She wants that validation. Women thrive off of attention and validation. I'm not gonna hold you. And they get it all the time, every day. Free validation every single day, especially if they're attractive. They get free validation every single day. What you can do is mix this shit up. Holler at her like she one of the homies. You feel me? Don't even be like, hey, I hope you like, be like, yo, it was good, da 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 da. You may just switch it up. Just switch it up. Be your own person. You feel me? And again, don't treat it like it's high school. Again, I'm not trying to like contradict myself, but I need y'all to understand like the no contact, the red pill, the red pill, you know, the red pill mindset. It may work only to a certain extent, but you don't want to turn into a person who becomes like, what's the word? Becomes obsessive or narcissistic. That's the word I'm looking for. And sometimes people become obsessed and become narcissists because it's like, oh, why isn't she paying attention to me? Or damn, I text her twice and she still ain't text back. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point in time, you're giving up your power and they just take it free. This is free validation. They're like, shit, okay. Shit, I don't even gotta text this nigga back. He's still on me. Da-da-da. You get what I'm saying? So take your power back, bro. If you gotta permanently leave her in the past, whether it's your ex or whether it's a girl that you thought like it might be something or not, bro, just leave them in the past, bro. There's so many other women out here, bro. It's crazy. And then there's so many women from your past that you done forgot that I'm telling you, they gonna come back, bro. They always seem to come back, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. But by the time they come back, you're at a different mind state. And 9 times out of 10, they still might be even like open to still communicating with you because like now you're not even the same person. You feel me? And I'm speaking about this without even like, you know, having like a real interaction because nowadays we live through our phones, we live through social media, we live through the internet. And sometimes like we'll get so consumed by this shit. And it's like, okay, the internet is already addicting enough. Being on the phone is already addicting. Everybody's a phone addict. I'm not gonna hold you. Most of the time, a lot of people are phone addicts. You feel me? So taking a step away from using the phone or depending upon, you know, people to validate you, bro. Trust and believe, dog. Like that's the best thing you could ever do for yourself. Because even when you do return back to social media and you go back to just interacting and doing whatever, you get to be more of yourself without having to be like, okay, is somebody gonna like this post? Is somebody gonna like my picture? Is somebody gonna like this and like that? Like even with the videos that I make, to a certain extent, when I make the video, I would hope that I get a lot of views. But now I'm at this point where it's like, you know what? If you resonate with this energy, you feel me? Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're probably going through something similar where it's like you're dealing with a female who's, you know, it's a gray area. You're not sure what's going on within her mind. It's really simple. Just take your attention off her completely. Give it a couple of weeks. She may show interest. She may show some attention because she's going to be like, damn, this nigga would usually text me good morning. I'm like, damn, this is usually by now during the week. Like, what the fuck? Like, he's not hitting me up. What's going on? You get what I'm saying? Now, the very second that she peeps that you're doing the no contact shit, I'm telling you, she's going to do it better than you. So be prepared to like basically say kind of like fuck these bitches low key. If they playing games. Now, if they're not playing games or whatnot, if they're being honest and open and being adults and stuff, then you don't have to do the no contact rule, but you still need to give them space. You still need to give her time to miss you. You feel me? Don't over text too fast. Give them time to like digest. There's a lot of women who deal with a lot of stuff going on. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I just want to get this video out real quick. Does the no contact rule work or not? You feel me? It does work, but then again, it's like you don't want to use it on somebody that you're not willing to let go in your life, which honestly I think you should still do it, because 9 times out of 10, if that female is not giving you the type of energy or the attention that you feel like you deserve, then again she's just gonna keep playing you until you get overly obsessed, and now she has you wrapped around her finger. You feel me? So you can easily change and shift all of that just by focusing on yourself. I always say this. Bro. I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't care if like Kendrick Lamar is still performing in Toronto for the third night. I don't care if Drake drops the Iceman tonight. I don't give a damn what's going on. I don't care if Shea Gilgeous-Alexander wins his first NBA championship ring. None of that shit don't have nothing to do with you and your inner world. Of course, if you're a fan or whatnot, then yeah, whatever. But like still, your inner world is very important. Your health is very important. You working out every single day, or at least doing some type of like workout, is very important. Okay? The cheat code and the key to like actually attracting beautiful women is you being in good health, meaning working out, eating healthy, renewing your mind every single day. You do those 3 things, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you wouldn't have to be playing these no contact ass games. You feel me? Like, you will become the prize. Now, there's a lot more that I want to share, but if you made it to the end of this video, you are the GOAT. Shout out to you. If you resonate with this energy, of course, drop a bag on the Cash App to support the team. Of course, on PayPal as well. Again, this is not only my job, this is my calling. So, if you want me to continue to keep dropping these videos frequently, then I would definitely appreciate, a small donation. It really don't gotta be nothing, but I appreciate everything. MGT, what it do? Your boy Moody starting back here with another video. If you're new, you already know what to do, man. Become a subscriber, like the video, and join MGT. This is a channel where I like to highlight current events and talk about my spiritual walk here in this beautiful, fucked up, sideways ass matrix. Now, first of all, I got to say a special shout out to anybody that's holding on to your energy, going within it, being high vibrational. Here at MGT, this is what we do. We work on ourselves every single day. Intro for the outro. Again, if you made it to the end of the video, bro, you the GOAT. Shout out to you. Don't let these females play with your mind. Trust and believe. I've been played before. I understand how it is, bro, and I don't like it. Okay? I do not like it at all. So I took my power back, started focusing on myself, and once I started focusing on myself, I noticed I started to get the attention that I once kind of wanted 3-4 weeks ago. But now that I'm in this type of mode, like, it really don't even matter. You feel me? Give women time to miss you. Just do that. You feel me? And if they can operate without you being in then they weren't supposed to be in your life in the first place, bro. You need to let that stuff go, because again, some of these women will pull on your energy and they don't even want nothing to do with you for real. So yeah, other than that, bro, it's me, your boy MOODYSTARR. Like, share, comment down below, drop a bag on the Cash App, PayPal to support the team. I'm gonna definitely see you guys on the next video, bro. Peace.